Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the ABitTooFar Crypto Comic Podcast. Ooh, I've got a special day today. We've got Mikkel, and we've got my sister Tamp. What up, Tamp? What up, girl? So awesome to have you guys here. What have you been up to, girl? We haven't connected in a while.
No, not since really Atlanta.
Yeah, I know that our both of our work schedules are freaking hectic as hell. But I did happen to catch, I think it was your Instagram, where I saw that you had to rein in a horse.
That was a while back. That was a heck of a story, man.
Tell us that story.
Okay. I'm down to hear that. That's good stuff.
So it was in the summer in Texas, so the weather was warm, and I was sitting minding my own business, probably about 10:30 at night, so it's nice and dark. And a call, I'm a police officer, a call pops up on my screen saying that there's a traffic hazard on Interstate 35. So this isn't a little street, this is on the interstate.
Oh, wow.
Usually when that type of call goes out, it's a broke down vehicle or a limb in the middle of the road from a storm, something of the sort. And as I continued to read the call notes and the dispatcher was talking at the same time I'm reading the notes, it said, there is a horse running northbound in the southbound lane of traffic.
Oh, wow.
And I stood there for a second with dumb face. 10:30 at night. And so I know right then and there that I'm about to work a fatality wreck. And I'm not talking about the horse dying. That will explode. But a car going 75 plus meeting a horse head on the wrong way at night on the interstate is not good math.
No, it's not good math when a deer does it.
Yeah, it's like
At all.
running into a male deer with a car, you know, that horns are going to come through that glass.
Oh, that's, you know. So I wasn't too far from the interstate, so I jump onto 84, which is a small state highway, hop on that, connect to Highway 35 at an area where I knew I could be far enough north to come back down south to meet this horse head on, apparently, from where it was. So I hop on, I drive, I turn on to 35, and I get into the fast lane. So I'm in the left lane closest to the median. And luckily, there is a concrete median in between the north and southbound lane right there. So I'm going, and I'm trying to go slow. And I mean, sure as shit, here comes a horse straight at me. And I'm like, oh, God. So I'm going to make this sound a lot better. Yeah, I'm going to make this sound a lot better than what it was. I do have video footage of this, though.
Yeah, I saw.
So I radio, and I'm sure I sound like an idiot on the radio, but I'm like, I got the horse. I mean, like, that's all I can say is I got the horse. And I bail out because the horse is scared, so it's running along that concrete median. And it goes to go past me, but luckily there's a drainage ditch right there. So it can't run too much far past where I stop my car. The only place it can go is into oncoming traffic, all right?
Ugh.
So thank God the horse had a long bridle on it, had a long lead on, so I know it's somebody's horse. So I stop the horse, it's scared, and it tries to run by me. Well, when it runs by me, that long lead is dragging on the ground, and I know that's my only hope. So I literally dive. It looks like I fell, but I dive. It's an old lady dive. Grab that lead. My heart is going 90 miles an hour. And I reel in the horse, and I tie it to the front of my bumper, and I just wipe my forehead like, what the hell just happened? Only in Texas. But the horse was scared up until it got with people. And as soon as it got with people, it was fine. It was calm. Everything was good. You have 18-wheelers flying by both directions and everything. The horse was
scaring the crap out of them.
Good once it had humans around it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
That was a wild call. So we called out the guy who comes and picks up large mammals and that kind of thing. And he eventually came. He didn't believe when we called him and told him what we had. He didn't believe us. So he went to a smaller road off of the highway thinking we were talking there. And I had to call him. I was like, Clarence, literally on I-35, come on now, like at the MLK exit, not on MLK, on 35. And so he couldn't believe it, but he came and picked the horse up, and the owner came about 3 days later and picked the horse up.
3 days later? Was the owner on vacation?
I don't know. I'm not even gonna ask. But I think I got the selfie of the year when I took that picture that you saw on Instagram. I think that was the selfie of the year.
That's outstanding. I knew it had happened earlier, but we had just connected on Instagram a little while ago, and I've been scrolling through. I saw that. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome.
It was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. But
it's like Oklahoma, man. I live in Oklahoma. Oklahoma, we got crazy stuff like that happen all the time.
Oh yeah, usually it's with cattle or something like that, but not on 35 going the wrong way. That was
always
bad.
Deer on the highway around here, especially right now. Yeah. Right now is the time of year where there's deer everywhere.
It needs to be hunting season, is what it needs.
It is hunting season.
How come you're not contributing, man? What the hell?
It's bow season right now. I don't have a bow.
Oh, well, all right, fine.
Yeah. I got a messed up rotator cuff, so I can't draw a bow anymore. The moment I get back, my arm pops out of socket. So I just don't do that. I save myself the heartache.
Damn.
Shooting a gun is painful enough.
I can imagine. Like a torn rotator cuff, you said? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Those things
good
are
old
rough.
sports, dude.
I remember we were in the Marine Corps, and me being the doc, we were all playing football at Camp Pendleton, and we were just the weekend, and me and a bunch of Marines were out having fun, and sure as shit, one of the guys just lands wrong, and he just freaking pops that rotator cuff out. I see the drop in the shoulder, and I'm just like, oh shit, man.
You already know.
I had to wrap that shit up and then take him to the hospital.
That's terrible, dude. I mean, I was young when it happened. I was supposed to have like surgery and stuff like that, and I didn't have insurance when I was younger. I was in like high school when it happened. My parents didn't have insurance. That wasn't a thing back then. You didn't have to have insurance.
Oh yeah, now it's law.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, it sucks, man. So I live with it. It's whatever.
Outstanding.
I got a very cushiony shotgun. It's like a pillow
on the end of that buttstock. Is that what you're telling us?
It feels like a pillow. It's nice and rubbery. I would love to get it out, but I don't know if I can bring that out here.
That is awesome.
I don't know how YouTube feels about guns on.
Who cares what YouTube thinks?
I mean, if that's the case, man, I'll walk over there. I'll go get the damn thing.
Do it. Show us.
It's nice, dude. I'll be right back.
I don't care. Tamp, how have you been since Atlanta, girl? Like, I know that our schedules are so hectic. I'm hardly in the Discords during my regular week, but during my weekend, I try to get in there as much as possible. But I know that. What are you working? Are you working Graves over where you're at, or?
No, I work the evening shift, so it's in between the days in Grave. It's from 3 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Oh, yeah, that's a swing shift. That's
yeah. So
that's its own beast right there.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not bad hours. It's extremely busy. Like, we don't get a lot of time just to go do what we want, any type of burglary patrol or traffic, whatever. We get a lot of time to do that because we are so call driven. Because we get on, people are going home from work, all kind of wrecks. Oh, look at that!
That's beautiful.
There it is. That is a good butt stop.
Bro, it's a rubber, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, it's like magic. It's a duck hunting shotgun, 22-inch barrel.
Nice.
Very nice.
Mossberg Flex, Duck Commander Edition.
Oh, Duck Commander. Hells yeah. There you go.
Very nice.
It hurts holding it like that. Yeah, man. Super soft.
Holy shit.
Oh, shoot. It's Peter.
We got Peter in the house. The Doge Lord himself.
As I'm holding a gun up, Peter happens.
Yeah. You just missed the horse story.
Good job, Peter.
He heard gun and he showed up.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Man, this is so awesome. Got some of my favorite people in the house.
He'll have to rewind to hear the horse.
Yeah, that's fine. He'll hear the horse story later.
That's a good story.
Man.
Peter loves his stories, and that's a good one.
Dude, seriously.
Yeah, if he likes stories, he'll rewind and hear it.
That's okay. I don't know if Peter heard the story before, but one of the comics that I actually drew on the ABitTooFar, the Lost and Found one.
Oh, he took
on
just to troll and smile at us.
He just trolls, smile, and leave. Hey, that is the Doge Lord. He's just letting us know he's watching us.
Well, I had a detective call
I
me.
want to interrupt. No, come back.
Yeah, a detective had to call me yesterday to get some clarification on one of the most screwed up calls that I ever worked that happened about a week and a half ago.
Oh, yeah?
Just a cluster as well. That's what I should do is just every day just talk about my most screwed up call. The craziest call, the most wild call of the day. Leave out names and identifiers.
I bet you have some stories, girl. I bet you have some.
But I do. And what has become normal for me when I tell other people the stories, they look at me like I'm nuts. And as a matter of fact, my wife told me to stop telling my brother stories, or like stop telling them, because they don't think it's funny like I do. They're like,
girl, really, you are in the right place. Let's hear a story.
Yeah, they're worried about me. But I mean, there's like some of the bodies we've come across and just, all kind of stuff. But they're wild. Absolutely wild.
I got a story for you.
Go ahead.
All right. So where I work, I'm working security as well. But we got a call over dispatch that there were some 1025s up in the club. 1025s being, for those that don't know, people that were underage. And they were up in the club when the club wasn't open. And they had gotten behind the bar. They had decided to have some fun. And they also got a hold of one of the fire hydrants. And they were spraying it all over the place.
Been there, man. You are right about that.
And see, the club was locked up. The way they got in there was through the stairs. That doesn't require security access, because the only people that use those stairs are, in fact, staff. Because you had to get access to those stairs from some location or whatnot. And usually, when it comes to this particular stairwell access that they had gotten into, people tend to go down. They don't go up. They got it in their heads to go up. Anyway, these knuckleheads had decided to have a fun time. We got the call. We got up there, and we were calling for security to send us make sure we had the footage. And then about 5 minutes later, didn't need the footage because these idiots had recorded themselves on Snapchat doing all this shit.
Social media, I'm telling you.
Needless to say, they were hauled off in bracelets.
Yeah, so you got...
I feel ashamed to be a millennial.
Breaking and entering, DUIs, criminal mischief. You got all kinds of stuff.
Vandalism.
Yeah, criminal mischief. Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, you know what? Whatever. Some people will just do some stupid stuff. And the worst part is, one of them had actually said, "This isn't going to go on my record, is it? I'm trying to get into the police academy."
Good luck.
You're going about that the wrong way.
In like 5 years, when you go to join, the person that arrests you is going to be like the police chief. He's like, "Yeah, no, you're not coming in." Sorry about your life.
I believe out here in California, it takes about 10 years before they will even trust you. Like, just barely give you a smidgen of trust if you have a record. So it's like, you done fucked up, buddy.
You sowed your own poison, man. I wanted to be a cop. Yeah, you kissed that goodbye when you started, drinking and spraying that fire hydrant everywhere.
Oh, Lord, no kidding. And with people that were underage too?
And recording yourself like an idiot.
Seriously.
If you're going to record it, just record it on your phone. Don't put it on Snapchat.
On that wild,
even then, that's still evidence.
Yeah, the wild call that I told you that the detectives called me about yesterday. No lie. This is all I'm going to say. But middle name on the license and everything, legitimately Cash Money.
He changed his name to Cash Money.
She is a she. She said, "Oh, it's Cash Monet." And in my head,
okay.
I'm like,
it's like Putting
It's deer tape. Shut up, Dirt.
You sound fancy.
She calls Target Target.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
That actually reminds me of a story. When I was young, I was before the military, and I was seeing a shrink to get diagnosed for like ADHD and all that stuff. When my ex says he's changed, who I trust more? My ex, serial killers, sharks, my loser ex before him, poisonous snakes, and Pinocchio. So anyway, he was telling me the story of one of his other clients, and he just shared the first name. Her name was Famali. He's like, Famali, okay, how do you spell that? F-M-A-L-E. He's like, why did your parents name me that? And she's like, oh no, my parents didn't name me. The doctor did. When they looked at the birth certificate, it was already there. It said F-E-M-A-L-E.
Can I tell you this one? So I'm at the jail. God, I gotta be careful with names. But I'm at the jail.
Oh, yeah.
Just call everybody Bob and Sue.
Yeah, I got chill, but this one's good. And we saw the middle name.
Mm-hmm.
Nigah. So, yeah. So when that person finally came up, it wasn't my arrest. It was an officer using a computer next to me. It was that officer's arrest. When the person came up to the computer so the officer could finish their paperwork, the officer was like, so go ahead and say your middle name for me. She was like, it's Nigah, okay? It's Nigah. And we were like, okay.
Well, thank you for saying that, because I would have butchered it.
Wow, true stories.
You would have been extremely offended if I would have said it, so thank you.
Yeah, no assumptions on that one. Well played by the officer. Don't have them say it, and just get that sounds good.
Couldn't pronounce that for me, so I don't.
Yeah, like, because they even asked, they were like, yo, how do you say his name? I was like, I'm not saying it.
Officer.
Oh, Lordy.
It's Nigah.
Yeah.
That's not what I got, but okay.
I think that's what I should do, is just tell us after each shift one story. Sometimes they'll be good, sometimes they'll be boring.
Hey, you know what? This is the place to tell stories. This is the place for our brand of sense of humor. Okay.
Every Wednesday.
ABitTooFar.
Yes.
Just about anything goes.
Fair enough.
Like, have you seen my comics?
Uh-huh. I like them.
I'm glad you're keeping up with them, girl. Oh, that's man. I got a couple of good ones that I have yet to upload.
Well, sweetheart.
I've been obviously, yeah. I when I'm sitting at a desk at work, I got to stay awake somehow. So I'll sketch up some stuff. Here's one I haven't uploaded yet, but it's literally,
No, you get just
the back end on it, so it's kind of horrible.
Oh, right there. I think. Okay, now go scroll up. There you go.
So that one's gonna get uploaded eventually, but I have other ones in the sketch pads that I make at work, and I actually asked a guest, hey, do you know any good jokes? And he's like, not really. I'm like, what about like your mama jokes from like the 1990s? You got any good ones of those? He's like, yes. And the premise of me asking was, I wanted to do, mom insults of the past versus mom insults now.
Yeah.
or mom jokes, and I don't have the sketch with me, but it was something like, your mama's so old, when she went to breastfeed, her milk came out as powder. And you get, like, the worst part is, like, because it was the 90s, you'd have like some chalk in your hand or whatnot, and you go into their face.
Yeah.
So the new ones for us, like now, 2018, it's like your mom minds Monero.
Ooh. I got one for you. I got one for you. I'll give you this one. Okay.
Ooh, Sammy.
Draw a picture of a mom taking a bite out of a cucumber.
Okay.
And have like either a kid, whatever, or somebody asking, Mom, what's the difference between hungry and horny? And mom replies saying, where you put the cucumber.
That's good stuff.
I love it. Oh my God.
Yes. Where you put
Depends on where you put the cucumber.
Out of a cucumber.
Because she was just hungry.
How you doing, man? Driving to work, I see.
I'm actually driving to the Keys down right now.
Ooh. All right.
Nice.
All right.
Long little drive today.
Yeah. Saw those what was it? Anniversary pictures that you and your wife took? That was awesome. I think you guys jumped in the swing on that night, didn't you?
That what? I'm sorry?
Didn't you jump in on the podcast on your anniversary?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
No.
Was that a cohort one, or was that this podcast?
No, that was this podcast. That was.
Oh, okay. I thought somebody did the same at some nice dinner during the cohort Zoom meetings. Somebody was doing something real nice.
I think that was Andrew.
I don't know. I have no idea, but I gotta take off. I gotta go get dressed before the wifey gets home and yells at me for. I don't want y'all that. I don't want to.
Oh, come on! She's.
What are you doing?
The second she finds out that you're with us, she's gonna be like, "All right, fine."
It's better that I sign off now while I still have it all under control versus you hear the door open, you'll be like, and I'm scrambling and slam. Yeah.
Guys, I broke my computer today.
So it's better that I sign off gracefully while I'm still completely under control.
All right, sis. Hey, you have a good one. Thank you for coming on.
Y'all too.
Appreciate the stories and
you,
jokes.
guys.
Later, Tim.
Later.
See you again. All right. That was awesome,
brother.
Dude. Been great. I got my espresso. I've already finished like a couple cups of coffee, and I got my espresso so I can stay awake now.
Gotta go make my little one some food. So.
Hey, do what you gotta do, man. Do what you gotta do.
Hungry, she says. Okay.
Hungry.
She's hungry. Plus, I gotta put my shotgun up before she gets out of
here. Yeah, dude, that was freaking beautiful. That shotgun was nice.
Here you go, Sammy.
So, Sammy, what have you been up to, my man?
Oh, my God.
Just that daily hustle.
Is that daily hustle?
Pretty.
Yeah, isn't that thing gorgeous?
Yeah.
Freaking Duck Commander. Dang it.
I was like,
there you go. Look at that. Whew. Oh, man.
I love it.
Getting tingles.
Yeah. Now I'm straight. Yeah.
Concealed carry?
Oh, hell yeah.
That's my man.
I gotta go get mine.
Now, what model is that?
That's the Shield. The Performance Center.
Nice.
I like it that it's nice and boarded.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the high-vis sights.
Nice. Very nice. All right. Well, you put that away nice and, the way it needs to be while driving, my man.
I'm always riding strapped.
Hey, you know what? I wish I could. Here in California, it's a lot more difficult to get a concealed carry than a lot of people think. But hey, you know what? That's the mainstream media and, mindset of the liberals out there. But I will say, I do have my fair share as well. I happen to have a Remington 887. That was my first shotgun. Actually, it's my only shotgun. Very nice. Ooh, hello. What do we got there?
Was this a Taurus? It's my wife's. The 709 Slim.
Very nice.
Too tiny.
Yeah. My first pistol that I purchased was a Walter P22.
Yes.
Right before.
Those are so cool, but they jam like so fast.
Well, I wanted something that was small enough for my girl to handle, but didn't
like-
feel like it was going to
That's
break
hard.
in my hand, you know?
I mean, like,
And
literally. Yeah, I can't get
exactly, that's the problem. I wanted something
pinky
that was,
fingers free.
because she has very
I
small
hate
hands.
it.
Compared to me, she has very small hands, and I wear a size medium glove, okay? Now, I had been in the military, and I was trained on the Beretta M9, okay?
Nice.
As well as the M16, 240 Golf, and all these other wonderful things.
Yeah, that's what I want to get. Is that little extender?
That little extender right there.
That little extender makes a whole difference.
Mhm.
Yeah, the clip I have is only it's a 7-round clip. You can get the 10-round. The 10-round has that extra little finger just for
Yeah.
my pinky.
Yeah. The one that I got, the Walter, it has that same little lip or whatnot for the mag. But yeah, it does 10 rounds. And one of the reasons why I chose it was, Walters are extremely comfortable to use. And not only that, the layout of everything is almost identical to the Beretta M9. The only difference is instead of a push button mag release, it's like a lever. It's something I could easily, train her on with, the equipment that I had here at home. Because, I used to weapons training for the military.
Real familiar.
Yeah, exactly. I have a solid pewter model of the Beretta M9, which is huge in her hands. All right. But,
That's what she said.
There we go.
Tiny hands, man.
So, anyways, I got that one first, and then I was like, okay, you know what? I need, something that I can use as a service weapon, for armed security. And so I got the Sig Sauer. I'm having a brain fart right now. The P2202. It's 40 cal, but I'd have to go get it. But whatever. I'll make sure to have it close next podcast.
Yeah, I was actually between the Walter PPQ and the HK VP9.
Yeah.
But that VP9 just felt so awesome shooting it.
I want to
I
go out.
got the VP9 H&K with a threaded barrel.
Nice.
I would love to get a Glock simply because there are so many different modular attachments that you could use to actually turn the Glock into a rifle.
Dude, I've seen those. You put the lowers in it, turns into the fucking like an assault rifle, and you're like, what? I want that. Yes, please.
Yes, in 45 cal.
Yeah. They're just so damn expensive. Glocks themselves are just expensive.
They are.
Dude,
Glocks are, you can use them in every situation.
Yeah, it's an every situation gun.
I've recently discovered stippling. Okay. Now, I had seen stippling before on a buddy's gun, but I never really got into it and whatnot or looked into, how they do it and stuff like that. But I recently found a channel on Instagram where all this woman does is stippling for pistols, hand grips and stuff. And they are works of art. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get into this. So I'm like, dude, I have a hell of an idea for a stippling job. So I'm gonna get like an 80% lower and just practice on that. Hey, you know what? Why not? And then eventually I'll do it on the real deal.
Yeah, I want to get my next one is going to be the Taurus 1911.
Outstanding. 1911 is good.
It's such a fun gun to shoot. This one's all right. There's not hardly any kickback on it, which is why I got it from my wife.
Have you seen the double barrel 1911?
Mm-mm.
No? Oh my gosh, it's absolutely gorgeous.
I'll give it a look up when I'm making lunch, which I gotta go do.
The double barrel 1911 was designed to actually have like 2 magazines at once. So you're literally shooting twice with one trigger pull. They did the same thing to M6 to a AR-15 as well. So I'm like,
I've seen those.
Yeah,
Those are fucking awesome.
Gorgeous.
My brother's AR-15 was the shit before he sold it. It had bump stock. That was so fun. Just
oh yeah,
bam, 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 bam.
Dude, those things are fucking gorgeous.
Dude, That bump stock though, dude, that shit's crazy.
That's just fucking awesome. That is the
that
sound
one
of
trigger.
freedom.
Doom, 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 doom. Every recoil, just letting it go.
Well, you could do it without a daggum freaking bump stock. You can just use your thumb or
but the bump stock was cool.
Yeah.
It's just as your whole body is like vibrating, and it's of course on my bad shoulder, so I was just like, ow.
It's like a mule kicked you.
I've had to lay off a 30-06. I can't shoot a 30-06 anymore.
You can't shoot a 30-06 anymore?
No, it hurt. It's too bad.
What
last time I shot it, it popped my arm out of socket.
Oh shit! And your shotgun didn't?
Mm-mm.
What kicks better? I mean, what kicks more?
30-06.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I've never shot a 30-06.
My shotgun's the shit.
Well, I don't have the big giant pillow cushion for my buttstock on the shotgun, so I wouldn't know the difference anyway.
That came with it when I bought it. It was on there, and I was like, yes. My brother's Mossberg is like a fucking solid piece of rubber at the end. It bruises. Like every time I shoot his, I got like fucking bruises right here. Mine, I don't have anything.
I believe it.
So easy because I shoot skeet with it all the time. Right before duck season, go out and shoot with just skeet.
All right.
And the last time I shot it, I had 20 skeet and I missed 2.
Dude,
it's so easy to use. I've never had a shotgun so easy to use. If I buy another one, I'm buying like the same kind, like the Mossberg Flex. But I'm gonna get like the tactical home edition, and it's like short.
Yeah.
That's a 22-inch barrel.
Jesus Christ. Now, the next shotgun that I'm going to be getting is actually going to be, I think I'm going to go with the Beretta semi-auto. That way I could do that competition shooting, My
brother has one of those, just for the shits and giggles.
All you need is that first rack, and everything else is like pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Home defense right there.
Yeah, that's what he has it for. We can't use it for hunting or anything.
I can't use my.
We have chokes.
I can't.
You have to have a choke in your shotgun.
Mm-hmm. I've got a choke on mine.
3 rounds. That's all you get. 3.
Yeah.
My gun holds 7. I get 3.
I think mine holds 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I only get 3 because that's the rules.
Well, for hunting, yeah. Even out here in California, I'd actually have to modify my shotgun if I wanted to go hunting with it. It's probably just better to just buy a hunting shotgun. But yeah. Anyways, we got about 6 minutes left.
Yep.
Got a question for you, Mikkel.
All right.
I was planning on asking BitNative because I know that he does it. But I was wondering if you happen to know how to connect Zoom to...
I wish. Before you even finish that, I wish. I've been trying to figure that out myself. I'm still kind of confused with how me and Nemesis are going to live stream tonight.
Yeah.
Are
you guys live streaming at the same time as DC TVs tonight?
I have no idea. Sure.
I can't watch both of you.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. I think his comes on at 9 Eastern, so 8 for me. And me and Nemesis are on the same time schedule, and our live streams at 8 Central Time. So that would be 9 Peter's time.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's going to be at the same time. Is what I'm getting the gist.
It shows for me since I'm on the same time as on Eastern. It shows at 9.
Yeah. The typical nighttime DC TV stream happens at 5 p.m. for me out here in California.
Yeah, I totally forgot he was even live streaming tonight. I thought he was live streaming yesterday, because yesterday was Tuesday. He live streams on Tuesdays, not Wednesdays. No one live streams on Wednesday.
I wonder.
Which is why we decided to do it on Wednesday. No one's supposed to be live streaming tonight. Digital was supposed to stream on Monday. He didn't.
Well, hold on.
And then
Digital.
Life size box.
That was
Tuesdays.
Yeah, I think his stuff got so big that he actually ended up having to say thank you for all the help, and he actually left the Bitcoin Pub.
Who did?
Digital Igniter.
Yeah, but work tonight.
No, I don't work tonight, sweetie.
Oh, you don't work tonight? Who?
That's why I have a live stream.
Podcast night.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing freaking videos.
Yeah.
Dude.
I didn't know that Delirium Niner left the pub, though. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, he
No
did.
way.
I happened to be in chat with him. With
That's crazy.
like those of us that were doing the new streaming for
Right.
like the past like.
Well, he didn't leave the pub, but he left the streaming.
He's basically he's doing so much, and he's growing so fast that he had to say I got to go out on my own, and everybody was like, hey man, go for it,
Right.
and you got to leave the nest sometime, and you know what, you got our full support. Go for it, man. Do what you got to do.
Well, Nemesis, he should take up Mondays.
He should
For mining Mondays.
Yeah, mining Mondays. There you go. It's a good name.
Mining. I had like a whole thing listed out like a while back that I was like wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like mining Mondays, trading Tuesdays, whale Wednesdays, shit like that. DCA Fridays.
DCA Friday. Yeah, DCA Friday is already big in our community.
Well, that was what I was going to go for, like for my own channel that I was originally going to start doing.
It would be
Is
excellent
that-
keyword right there.
But other stuff came up on my radar. This whole selling stuff and this website that's giving me a headache.
Hey, you know what? Excedrin will take care of that, buddy. Excedrin is a little bit of sleep. Just take a small nap.
I
Lots of
don't get
water.
that.
So how's the mining going?
Good.
Will you like
Good.
How
Yeah,
are you
we're,
enjoying this freaking bear market we got? Ever since the freaking Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV freaking, tear down.
So-
Everybody's freaking quitting.
But if you look at it, all markets are actually
all markets are shitty. I actually pulled my 401k out yesterday, guys. It's kind of terrifying.
You
A
pulled your
little-
401k out
Mhm.
to buy more Bitcoin, right?
No,
Jeez.
that was the plan.
Yeah.
I don't run this house, guys.
Ooh. Yeah, I understand that one. I understand that one.
Part of it's going to go towards it, but not all of it. I got other stuff to do.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's been sitting there for like 2 years, and my new job doesn't have 401k, and plus I don't plan to be working for anybody here shortly, so I've lost like quite a bit of money in the past 2 years in my 401k.
Oh, wow.
So
Well, how has your Shopify launched yet? I mean,
no,
dude,
No,
come on! You
I'm
got so many
having,
great designs.
yeah, I'm having
Release
some very
sounds.
great trouble, to say the least.
Right.
The payment system, I guess I did something and I messed something up.
Oh.
And so the payment system was messed up. It wasn't going through. So I've had to like tear it down and relook at it.
Yeah, you know what? That's understandable. But hey, we got less than a minute left. It's been great having you guys on. Thank you so much for being here. And
Yeah.
we will be.
Hopefully I'll catch y'all tonight.
I hope to see you.
Yeah,
and I'll be
do
doing
the
a
live streams at the
podcast
same
sometime
time.
after.
Yeah, that'll work for me.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm going to
So-
be testing.
your Zoom and stuff.
Yeah, all the
Let me know how that works out. 'cause
OBS.
I'm confused.
I need to try to do it that way. The podcast looks better.